riding down a
That
hill.
guy's passing you.
Yes, very fastly too. Sorry.
He's mad.
That's
Ooh,
it's
he's
okay.
so
They got
mad.
places to go. I'm doing the speed limit.
You are. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Safety first, ladies and gentlemen. So
Where are we?
I don't know. Wait a second. What's this? Welcome to Kentucky. Awesome.
We're here. We
yes.
made it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Carpooling with Ben. If you watch NBC's The Voice over the past couple of years, you've seen a lot of very, very talented people come across the stage. Some people make it through, some people don't, but somebody who did make it through in season 13 joins me in the car right now. Ladies and gentlemen, from season 13 of The Voice, Miss Emily Luther.
Hello.
Thank you for coming in the
Of
car.
course. Thanks
the
for
Camry
having
of
me.
Wonder.
I know.
I'm
It's
sorry
great.
this isn't quite, what you're used to, Hollywood production style, but I tried.
I drive a Mazda. So
Do you?
don't
Oh,
even-
well.
I've had the same car for, through Ellen DeGeneres and The Voice. I'd
Really?
never changed my car.
Good for you. Good
I
for
just
you.
feel like it's been paid off for 5 years, so why get a new one?
Look at you.
You know.
Rocking it. You're working. You're smart, savvy,
Thank you.
and you've got a phenomenal voice. So
Thanks.
you're born, raised in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you go to college for music? How did you get into the arts?
Okay, so I started doing musical theater as a little kid, as 9 years old.
Okay.
It's just like a community theater
That
thing.
was 5 years ago.
It was 5, yeah, for half of my life. So yeah, I started doing musical theater, and then I fell in love with it and just started working really hard, and then made my way through musical theater, in the community and professional productions, and then went to school at Berklee College of Music in Boston.
Yes, I've heard of that place.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity.
Little known school there on the
in the Back Bay.
in the city. Yes.
Yeah, so I went there, and then I was there for a year and a half, and then did the video with Charlie Puth, and things kind of started happening, and my career kind of took off, and I've been just chugging along.
You were on season 13
Yeah.
of The Voice. Did you try out for prior seasons?
No, so
Okay.
I actually got the call from a friend of mine, who she said, she was on season 11
Okay.
with Billy Gilman,
Yep.
who I love.
Yes.
And she and him, they had talked, and then she had given me a call, and she said, they're interested in having you on season 13. And so she said, can you submit a video? So I submitted a video, and I got a call for, it's like a million steps though. to
Yeah,
get.
sure.
And through every level, they're like, you passed this level, but we're not, just don't get too excited because we make cuts.
Sure.
So it'd be like a whole 6-7 months of you're
Really?
great, but we're just not sure yet. And so
Wow.
I was just working.
How do you manage those expectations? I mean, it's one thing when you're going for a part in a school play or a community theater, which I'm not trying to denigrate those, but that's usually a quicker time frame, a quicker turnaround.
Yeah.
It's something like this. It's really, you said it yourself. There could be long periods of time of not waiting. How did you manage those that anxiety and expectations?
Well, I have a family that's not in the arts whatsoever. So
That helps.
That's always helpful.
helps.
I mean, they have no grasp of what I
No
do.
dance mom syndrome.
No dance. I mean, I remember my dad. My dad has an engineering degree, and so that's like apples and oranges
Sure.
from what I do. And he's like, "So you're auditioning for The Voice?" He's like, "You don't know if you made it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he'll just continue on to another subject. So it keeps me pretty.
So quantum physics after that,
Yeah.
or something of that nature. So
So I just kind of stay just level-headed. I mean, I still get stressed. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Through every audition, I was always looking, there's 30 cameras around you at all
Sure.
times. And you're thinking to yourself, what if I mess up, or what if I forget the words? And then you realize that it is this is your job. My job
sure.
is to sing, and
Yep.
I have to do my job, and if people like it, then that's awesome. And if they don't, then I go home.
yeah,
And then I sing at a bar mitzvah or a wedding, and that's it.
all good stuff.
Yeah.
All good stuff. So when you were doing the show and you were, as you were going through the whole process, what was the work schedule like for that? Was it what you expected? Was it a lot worse? I mean,
I think it was a kind of a combination of both. I mean, in the beginning, it's a lot more of a freer, your schedule's a little bit more free, and then it gets crazier as the season progresses.
Sure.
We would work, the most would be like a 16, 17-hour day.
yeah.
And sometimes it was just walk-ups where literally you're in your outfit, hair and makeup is fully done, and you just walk 20 feet. And they're like, great work, you can go home now. And you're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. How did I do?
Thank you.
And then sometimes it's just interviews, and then you'll have like days off, but you're sequestered for a really long time.
Right.
So these people on the show become your it's like your brothers and your sisters. You just become so close because you're all stuck together. You have no choice but to like each other.
Right. You absolutely crushed it on the show. You did a great job.
Thank you.
And that has obviously led to some new opportunities. Is there anything in the future coming up that you could share, or what you're working on, or where you're headed?
Yeah, well, I just completed a show on March 2nd for at my old high school. We did the Jen Maiello scholarship for the arts.
Okay.
So I wanted to give back because I know that, a lot of people love to support the arts, but people don't realize the training that goes into it. So if I can give back to the community, I'm all for it. So I created the scholarship fund, and we had this big show, and I had 3 people from The Voice with me, and we had a great time.
That's
and
awesome.
So I just love, I love Rhode Island.
Sure.
And I love what I do. I love that I can connect with people at charity events, and it just makes me feel good. I feel like we should just do things that make us feel good.
Sure.
And give back.
No, that's excellent. Recently,
Thanks.
you did the Heavenly Gingers, which was it was an amazing night at Twin River.
I love that event.
It's so great. I mean, it's sad how it all came up, but to see the way that Frank O'Donnell and the Morris family and Frank O'Donnell's family have turned their heartbreak into something that is enriching the lives for the performing arts, and you were part of that, which was a fun night over there at Twin River Casino.
Twin River.
Twin
you can't
River.
say Twin River.
We're
at the Twin River.
That's it. So you had that. Professionally, what are you doing? Are you looking to do some recording? Are you doing writing?
I have. So the singles are already recorded.
Sure.
It's just a matter of how I'm going to release them,
Okay.
which takes a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a particular song that I have in my repertoire that I included on March 2nd, and I would love to have it kind of for some type of charity,
Okay.
Because it's one of those inspirational songs. So
Sure.
I'm just, like anybody, I'm just kind of doing my thing and hustling. You know, people think like with artists, if you're on a show that all of a sudden like boom, everything happens for you, and it's like
Doesn't.
it kind of, that's where the work begins.
Yes.
Is when you have to keep marketing yourself and for me it's all about doing what feels good, and what I choose to do is to give back and build who I am as an artist, and that's it.
That's awesome. So let's talk about Emily when she's not working.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you like to do? I mean, obviously performance will always be at the core of everything, but when you like to just kick back and relax, what do you like to do?
So I think for me, I love movies. I love going out.
Okay.
I love food. Like Federal Hill. I almost had you pick me up there. I just been like, here, I'm gonna bring.
I could just take you there and you arrange for an Uber for the back.
No, but it's funny, like the show, they made me look like this really serious person like the whole time. We were cracking jokes during interviews and for all of the B-roll, if you will, and they included none of it. So I'm like, so here I am like looking like this uptight girl from like Rhode Island. It's like, I'm a professional.
Strictly business.
I'm like, yes, I'm here to sing. And I'm like, where's for me, I'm just like the girl next door. I love hanging out with my family. I love going to the movies. I love going out with people I love. And one thing I really want to get into, this is so random, you don't have to include this.
No, I would.
What is the curling? There's a class in Warwick. Do you know how expensive it is? It's like $600.
It's not a cheap sport. That's why I say go with ski jumping. Are you trying to get into the Winter Olympics?
I am not trying to get into the
because everybody who wants to get into the Winter Olympics, they always do like, just get into curling, get those squizzle stick, and you go for it. I did a video about this. The ski jumping, you just go to the top. You just have to learn how to land. Like with ski jumping, because you just come down the big hill, you kind of go off the ramp like a flying squirrel, land smoothly.
Like that.
You look kind of constipated, like you hope you don't poop the way you... And the suit is so tight, I don't think you can. But you land smoothly, and then all bets are off.
You might be onto something.
You're just going with gravity. It's really just,
But how do they even grade it? Like, do they have, what's the score? That's the thing about curling, too. I make it up as I go when I'm watching it.
Absolutely.
My dad knows it really well.
Well, I'm sure they just make it up in the Olympics. fanatics. I think your dad is an engineer. Okay, he's gonna be technical about everything. You do it the way you want. It's your creativity.
And you know that curling, they don't have referees. They just go by the audience. Well, not the audience.
Right.
Do they call them the audience in sports?
The crowd, audience,
the crowd,
whatever. You know,
the patrons,
the fanatics,
they're
the enthusiasts.
Like they'll look at them and they're like, "What do you think?" It's like, that's what I live for.
If people want to follow you, they want to find you, if they want to hear more of your music, where can they go?
Well, I have a Facebook page.
Yes.
Just search my name, Emily Luther.
Yes.
And then I have an Instagram page, and it's the handle is Emily Luther Music.
Yeah.
And
you're on the tweet machine.
I am. It's eLuther Music. I'm actually a really bad tweeter, though.
I'm not a great tweeter.
For
a social media person.
No, yeah.
I'm not a.
I think I miss the concept of it. I don't think I have that chip in my brain.
Yeah.
Because I'll read a tweet of a friend or something, and I'm like, that was a good tweet. I had something similar happen to me, and I'm like, but I didn't tweet about it. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not for everybody. It's an acquired.
Yeah,
skill,
that's like
tweeting.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
Do you do Snapchat?
Very little. Very little.
Yeah, I'm the worst at that. I'm very big I love Instagram. I love following and seeing what people are up to. Facebook, I'm all about that life.
Right.
But other things is just not so great.
Well, listen, as a parting gift for being in here, I'll give you your own copy of Because Your Mommy Does CrossFit, because you're not a mommy, but maybe one day if you do CrossFit, you can, there you go.
What is this? Because Your Mommy Does CrossFit.
It's a wonderful tale.
You want to hear a joke?
What's that?
Okay. Let me make sure I say it right. How do you know when someone does CrossFit?
That's a great question. If you look on the very final page there, it'll tell you. Read it out loud.
So tell all your friends just how strong your mom is. You know what? Never mind. She already did. I love it. This is great.
Well, I hope you enjoy it. You can use it to level a coffee table or something. So
I'm going to read it.
Emily Luther, thank you for joining me in the car today. Awesome stuff. And now we got to figure out how to get you back.
Yeah, where are we?
I don't know.
Do you want me to get my GPS out?
Nah, that's all right. I'll just.
Because you just drove straight, right?
Straight line into the sun.
I can't believe that joke of mine is in here.
I know. The writer's a jerk.